what is the point of, or the need of, open carry or concealed carry? Like, why do I need to leave my home and not know who's carrying a gun and who is carrying a gun, whatever state I'm in? Why do I have to feel that outside of my home?
The thing is, it's the same. I could say
like,
the same.
Why do you guys need guns outside?
Why do I need to see two men kissing outside?
Babe.
I'm not saying I have a problem with that. I'm just giving you an example.
No, but I'm saying
it's not conflating, because you're talking about an item that people are carrying to protect their life.
But why do you need protection if no one else has guns outside? If that was the thing.
Can you carry a gun right now in what you're wearing?
With what I'm wearing, what do you mean? Like concealed?
Period.
I'm not sure. I've never tried to carry a gun.
It's a lot harder for women because of the way you dress. So there are some people who, because of the way they dress, that's why they'll open carry. Now, I'm not going to bullshit you. There are some people who open carry the posture.
I don't have a problem with open or closed.
Okay.
I have a problem with needing to have a gun outside of your home. The stance that we have is, that I have is, cool. Self-defense in your home if someone comes in, because that's also the story that you guys constantly use to defend needing a gun.
Because it happens.
Oh my God, if someone comes in, that's literally, to me, it's fear-mongering. You want people to be so fearful of someone coming in their home and let's do the numbers of the people that get.
It's not.
It feels to me it feels. And I'm sorry, I did look on your page, right?
No, do you think?
Even on his page, like the stories, it's like 81-year-old lady saves herself from. You know what I mean? Like,
do you know why I do those?
No, I'm sure. I mean,
there's a reason. There's a very specific reason, and the reason is the alternative of what you're saying. Those stories don't get covered. Those stories don't get covered in the news at all, especially mainstream media. They don't. Think about it. When have you heard of it outside of coming to my page and seeing it there? You probably haven't. You probably only heard of when guns are used in a negative manner. And so if we look at, and I don't want to get.
I don't know. I feel like
But that is a negative manner.
No, when an 85-year-old can protect herself against a 30-year-old?
No, but the fact that, the situation has occurred in the first place. Now, I feel
hold on. I just want to say this, but I'm trying to avoid getting geeky with stats, just because I know it's not like you two have delved deep into this.
Right.
But
educate us, please.
There is a huge misconception about the number of people who use guns to defend themselves. And because they don't really highlight it in the mainstream media, you don't hear about it, so you don't think it happens. So that's when you end up asking me the question, why do you feel like you need it when you're outside? Just based off of the cases that, pro-gun control groups. These are gun control groups, right? Because the spectrum is 600,000 to 2 million people every year use a gun in self-defense. The low end being...
Can you repeat that number?
600,000 to 2 million.
Okay.
On the low end, 600,000. But that low end is the number that the gun control groups came up with. That's not like pro-gun control groups that said they did a study and found this out. That's what... And they were trying to undermine the 2 million number, right? And so... I think what people also have...
Where does the data come from, and what makes one more believable than the other?
Well, let's eliminate the high end. Let's just eliminate the high end. Let's keep it 600,000. This is based off of a group who doesn't even want people to have guns that have come up with this number. And so we have what? We have 300 million people in this country, right? So every year, about 40,000 people die every year from gun violence. 600,000 people every year defend themselves with a gun. You kind of get where I'm getting at with respect to that. And so the idea of why would anybody need to keep a gun outside of their home or carry a gun on them? Well, most of us spend most of our time outside of our homes, right? And so we don't know what can happen. Like you brought up mass shootings, for instance, right? People have stopped mass shootings with their guns. And so now I'm not saying you have to carry a gun for that reason, but those are the reasons why people carry them, because it's honestly a very low undertaking for something that can be so valuable when you need it.
But the reason we're carrying or that you need it outside of your home that you're describing still goes back to, if we didn't have them at all. Again, like Sweden,
exactly.
Like London.
Right.
If we didn't have them at all, nobody would feel that fear or that. And I have no idea if that person is carrying. Like,
and that's just, that. And that's,
when we do see someone carrying, we don't have any type of inkling that
But that's
that
just
person
it.
might come to do me harm.
But you were also the person that brought up the fact that why is it every time we have this conversation on the political side, why don't they want to compromise on anything? Because inevitably the ultimate goal is what? You just said it.
To ban them.
Yeah.
But that's what you said. You're like, why would we need to carry them if they didn't exist?
Right. So and then my thing to you is going to be, why is that so bad when there are countries that are doing perfectly fine without them?
One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now, you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together, we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.